Music Access. Wrapping up 2015, there might be a lot of things you might be thinking back on that happened to you throughout the year. There were probably things you planned to do, things that happened although you didn't plan them, and I'm pretty sure you got a good mix of both good and bad that may have happened to you this year. There might be some incidents that you want to erase, and some events that were so exciting and fun they're probably a little exaggerated in your memory right now. So, let's take away the exaggeration and remember what really happened and put away those memories into our drawer, kept especially for 2015. When we put away clothes for the past season, we wash them and get them all nice and clean before putting them in, right? So, don't you think our memories should be kept like that in order for them to last for a long time? The first song you heard today, Saturday, December 12th, 2015, was The Man by Aloe Black. What's up, guys? It is Saturday. It is another weekend. How is your weekend starting off? For those of you who may still be in Friday night, are y'all partying it up? Are y'all turning it up responsibly? And for those of you who are ahead of time, is there anyone ahead of time? No, there's no one ahead of time. Have a good weekend. Like I said, winter is coming around, and of course, you're going to make more memories, so try and make the memories last, and try to make lasting memories throughout the end of this year. And interestingly enough, I was sort of planning on getting super into the winter spirit, but then again, I realized I spend a lot of time in the car. So then, I'm having this kind of notion that maybe I should decorate the car to match the Christmas spirit. What do you guys think? Would that be a good idea? Would that be something that my manager would like to see? I don't know, he's a dude. He's not huge into the Christmas spirit, so we gotta try to inject it into him. So here's hoping you guys have a good weekend, and now of course, I gotta tell you guys about what's going on today. Alright, so here's how you can listen and participate. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone and send us messages through the app using the comment function. And you can also listen to us by visiting our website, www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess, and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. And of course, some requests, you know how to keep them coming. Just keep them coming on our message board, remembering to keep it under the title request. Now we'll check 2 songs before we come back with my text and message, our Saturday corner. Starting with the song Somebody by Natalie LaRose featuring Jeremy, followed with Money on My Mind by Sam Smith. Reading your messages again and again, reading through the messages I sent again and again. The messages I wait for, the messages that make me laugh, the messages that are precious to me. My text message. Which messages were the ones that were the most memorable to you from the week gone by? The messages that you keep are the words from the person you want to keep close, and if you remember the messages that you sent, you probably spent a lot of time thinking about it before sending it. Our special Corner in Corner for Saturdays, My Text Message, is all about sharing the SNS or text message that was the most memorable to you from the week gone by. It could have been a message that made you really happy or angry, or something that made you LOL, or a message that made you really frustrated. Let us know which message was the most memorable, and also share with us some of the messages that you keep saved in your mobile device and why. To participate for this corner, just write My Text on your title. And now going to our first message for My Text, we have Jenny from the USA saying, So the other day I received a text from my friend while I was at work. It was random because it basically said, I've been trying to pinpoint who your sister looks like, and it's Yui, the one from after school. She sort of looks like Yui. Boom, praise the Lord, she won a good Gene Pool Lotto. I can also now go to bed and stop thinking about it. So that's a text that she got saying that. And she said, I was so lost and confused, so I responded with, so random, and that I miss her too. So apparently, my friend started a new Korean drama called High Society and knew someone who looked like Yui at a first glance. Have you ever received a random text message from a friend like this? Not recently. I feel like how texting works a lot in Korea between guys, between bros, is it's very, very straightforward. I was actually talking about this with a friend the other day, and they were talking about how when when you're messaging someone, he doesn't think that you should message someone with the intention of having conversation. In terms of man to man, it should be just very like straightforward stuff, and so it's very just like hey, did you eat? No. Do you want to eat? Okay, let's go eat. Fine. Like this kind of stuff is what he thought is like guys should be texting like. And so I decided to check whether or not this was true. So what did I do? I, of course, messaged him randomly out of the blue. Of course, I'm not the one who receives them. I'm the one who sends them. With a picture of like the skyline of me in the car. I'm like, yo, I'm going over to someplace. And then I waited for a response and nothing happened. He read it, but he didn't respond. And so I said, really? You're going to read it and not respond? And then he didn't respond again. And I realized at that point, that's how guys in Korea text. Or maybe that's just him. Maybe he's a weird dude. But anyways, yeah, so I have never received a random text like this, but I'm usually the one who sends them. So if you'd like to receive a random text from me, do not post anything, because I always give random responses here on the radio. It's like a give and take, sort of. Yes. All right, so we're going to check out two songs as we continue on, starting with the song that Miho of Japan requested, I Would by Justin Bieber, and Yoko of Japan wants to hear Toxic by Britney Spears. We just heard the songs I Would by Justin Bieber, followed by Toxic by Britney Spears. Shout out to the Britney Spears fans in the neighborhood. I just want to say that that was a song that I haven't heard in a long time. That is super, super just like totally like old, and yet somehow it's still good. When you hear the bam ba da ba da ba dam ba da ba da bee, that's really just like I don't know about it. It's so epic. I think it was really one of the best songs ever. Personal opinion. All right, so our next text message comes from straight to Lukta from Bangladesh saying, Benji, happy Saturday. Hope you're having a good day. It's time to share a text message with you. So, I had a dream about you, and after I woke up, I was going to text my friend Sandra to tell about my dream, but she also sent me a message saying she dreamed about you. I said, what a coincidence. And so we talked about our dreams, and I asked her, what was Benji doing in your dream? And she said it was a very cheesy romantic dream. Apparently, you and her were dating each other in her dream. And I can't tell you the details about what she dreamed about fully because it was too cheesy. So anyways, moving on. Mine was a random dream. Mine started with Jae-hoon. He was doing his face makeup. Then I entered looking for you. So I asked Jae-hoon, oh, did you see Benji? And he said, yeah, he went this way. That I went that way calling Benji with a bunch of eyes. And then I was like, and then you said, so this is me, Benji. Again, you're calling me like that. And I was like, why? But I kept calling you that, Benji. And then you said, what if I call you Shreya? And then you kept calling me that, and I don't know what happened, but I woke up smiling. It was funny and cute. That was a weird dream. I'm just going to say straight up, that was a weird dream. Normally people have, normal dreams about just, falling off cliffs, dreaming about their dream lives. I used to have a dream where I could, float in midair. It was really weird. It was like swimming with no gravity, but on the surface of the earth, and it was super, super fun. I could do flips and stuff, and it was pretty fun. But yes, I guess that was a weird dream to have people calling you. Can you just imagine having a dream of just calling each other names until somebody wakes up? I feel like that would be a very, very interesting experience. So, nonetheless, hopefully you had a good dream, and it's weird that you both had a dream about me at the same time. Talk about random text coincidences. Whew, you guys rock. Sort of. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know really how to like continue on about it, just because it's so like coincidentally like awesome. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna check out two songs while I regain my train of thought. Starting with the song that Kelly of France requested, "Shake Up Christmas" by Train, and Aaron of the USA's requested track "Never Ever" by All Saints. We just heard the song "Shake Up Christmas" by Train, followed by "Never Ever" by All Saints. And I hope to see a lot of your messages from my text message next week as well. Like I said, tell me about messages that make you laugh, smile, move you, or made you feel bad. It can be a message you received or a message you sent yourself. You can send in the message itself, or you can tell me a little bit about the situation and how you received or why you sent the message. It doesn't even have to be a text message. It can be a message on social media as well. To write for this corner, my text, just remember to write my text on your title before you post up your messages, and I'll introduce them the best I can during this time every week. And now, starting now until the end of our second hour, we're going to take a look at what our MA family members have been doing this week from Monday through Friday, what y'all are doing now, what you plan to do the weekend, and anything y'all want to talk about via my message. So, starting with the messages from our MA fam, we have Unita Suino saying, "Hey Benji, so at some point I heard you talking about the street food in Korea, and I can totally empathize with you. It feels like there's always a place in our stomach for snacks. I remember I kept buying the street foods in Korea. So I went to places such as Shinsa, Gwangjang Market, Myeongdong, Dongdaemun, Yeouido, Daeangno, everywhere, from tteokbokki or the spicy rice cakes till some foods that I didn't know the name of. I also had strawberry with chocolate liquid in it." What? What is that? It's so yummy. And don't forget ice cream too. Wow, you really make me want to go back to Korea, Benji. Banana milk is also my favorite. I also tried other kinds of milks, some snacks from the mini mart, and I kept eating these snacks instead of eating real meals, although I really liked eating the spicy jimtak or the braised chicken when I was there. Pork, beef, chicken, I think I just love to eat. Although I am a picky eater when it comes to seafood. Also, not the best with things like intestine. So essentially, Unita just took y'all on a food tour of Korea, more or less. You know, she had all the foods listed there. Although, of the foods listed that I didn't know what it was, strawberry with a chocolate liquid in it. I don't know what that is, so I guess it's strawberry stuffed with something, which sounds really, really good, but I don't know what it is. And one thing that I'd really recommend that you try here is actually the milk in Korea is very different from, I think, milk in other places. I don't know why that is, but it is different. The milk in Korea, as well as the kind of, if I'm allowed to say this, I think the yogurt here is really, really good. And of course, you know, the coffee shops, there's a whole bunch of them here in Korea, and they all taste totally different. So if you want snacks, come to Korea. They also have potato chip wrapped hot dogs on a stick. That's right. It's like eating two things that you eat separately, but deep fried into one gorgeous package. It's crazy the kind of food they have here, but definitely worth trying out. I recommend if you guys do come to Korea, of course, don't forget to stop by the local restaurants, but then again, also check out the amazing street food. It's worth it. It's clean. It's delicious. Whew. And now we're going to check out two songs as we continue on, starting with the song that Shreya of Bangladesh requested, View by Shiny, and we'll follow it with Shim Kung Hee, Heart Attack by AOA. And we're going to keep the music going. We just heard View by Shiny, followed by Shim Kung Hee, Heart Attack by AOA. And we're going to play two more awesome tracks, both by B groups, not to compare them, Caroline of Indonesia requesting Run by BTS, and Jenny of the USA requesting Taula by B.I.G. Whoop! And it's time to close off our first hour. In the second hour, of course, we'll continue on checking out your guys' message and words, so stay tuned. We're going to read more stuff coming up soon. We're going to check out a song and be right back, and we're going to listen to the song that Unita of Indonesia wants to hear, The Reason by Hoobastank. What's up? You're listening to Music Access, our second hour with me, Benji of B.I.G, and our first song starting off the second hour of our show for Saturday, December 12th was Blame It On Me by George Ezra. Now, of course, Blame it on me if you don't know how to listen and participate on Music Access, but I'ma fill you in right now. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone and send us messages using the comment function. And you can also listen to us by visiting our website, www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess, and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in, of course, is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. Now we'll check out two songs before we get to more messages, and we're going to start with the song Man with the Bag by Jessie J, followed with Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, probably in a different key, sung by Jeff Burnett. We just heard the songs Man with the Bag by Jessie J, followed by Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Jeff Burnett. Just heard that song for the first time, and I think I just sang in the key the song was in. Crazy stuff, right? Well, what just goes to show you, me and Jeff Burnett, we're on the same level. Come on, man, hit me up, stop my Music Access. We'll get you right on. Have a good time. All right, now you're listening to our Saturday show. And of course, our Saturday corner, My Text and Message, where we're on the My Message portion of our section. That was a weird thing to say. Continuing on from the first hour, introducing your messages sent in to us here at Music Access, and listening to a lot of great music. And our next message comes from Katie from the USA. Remember when I told you it was getting cold in Pennsylvania and we might get snow? Well, as of today, the snow is still not here yet, and it's much warmer than it should be for December. While I am enjoying the nice weather, I'm hoping that we'll get a little snow for Christmas. And continuing along, we've actually got this kind of double message posting of that. Richie Manalassis from the USA also saying, would you please post a video of you and B.I.G spending some time during the first snow? Well, when it comes to the nice weather, I understand what it is. But trust me, when it does start snowing, you're going to miss this nice warmy weather. So, Katie, enjoy it while you can. Recently in Korea, I think it was last weekend, we had a day where it wasn't super cold, and so it was like a good day to enjoy and just have fun. But then at the same time, as the weather does get colder, I'm gonna have to dress up warmer, more layers, more this, more that, and then it's just gonna be a totally different experience. So enjoy the warm weather while you can. And Richie, I understand you want a video of us having time with the first snow. The problem is we don't have any videos. We didn't really take that many videos to start with of each other. And when it comes to the snow, what did we do? The day the first snow came, by the time I got back to our company, it had stopped snowing. And then the day it snowed a whole bunch, I don't remember why, but for some reason I feel like I just spent it indoors. I don't remember why though. It's weird how my memory is getting kind of hazy. I must be getting old. But it's okay, because I'm still young. I'm not that old. Sort of. I don't know. Next year I'll probably be old. I'll still be younger than Sam, though. Ha, 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 ha. Sam, if you're listening, I still love you, bro. Just playing around. But hopefully, Richie, for sure, if we do get a chance to get more snow, we'll see if we can get something up there, I'm still working on getting all that stuff together. Okay? Okay. Now we're going to check out two more songs as we continue on, starting with Yeah by Beast and Miss A's 다른 남자 말고 너. We just heard the songs Yay by Beast, followed by 다른 남자 말고 너 by Miss A. And it's time to continue on with our next message. And our next message comes from Jean Kapati, I believe. Kapati, I don't know the last name. Kapati from Canada, saying, hey Benji, so at school I've been hanging out with this one friend that's been really close to me for 3 years now. But I've come to realize she doesn't really open up about her feelings to me. For example, we've never had a single deep conversation. She has another friend that she talks to and has deep conversations with. I feel like she's been closer to her friend more than I have with her, and she hasn't been talking to me a lot too. I have no problem with that though. Even though I'm sad that she's kind of drifting apart from me, I'm actually pretty happy that she has a friend like that, and I hope that they keep being good friends for a long time. Next year, she's going to a different high school, and I hope all three of us will still keep in contact sometime. So, if I'm to understand this correctly, you have a friend, but you're also friends with this friend's friend, but you're getting this kind of like inkling that that friend is becoming closer with that friend than with you, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully I'm right if I have this thing all in check. But I'm glad that you have no problem with that. I mean, life, you get these situations where people drift towards one thing and they drift towards another thing. And you get this kind of mix about how people connect. I mean, even when it comes to like idol groups, I'm sure that you'll notice if they've been promoting for a long time. At the start, two members will always stick together. Then later, they'll kind of drift apart and this guy will suddenly, be in a lot more videos or a lot more, stuff with another member. And then you get to a point where all of a sudden they're all kind of, just doing their own thing. And then, someone get back together. And it's just, I think it's a part of life, when you end up hanging out with someone for a long time, you sort of take them for granted. I think that's something that happens to a lot of people. And the important thing is, no matter what happens, is to retain that kind of, I think, friendship and retain that kind of still a base bond. Because I think that when it comes to social relationships, a lot of that has a base bond. So even if I don't see someone for a long time, hanging out with them after a while won't be awkward. And maybe if I'm starting to, drift away from someone, that doesn't mean, I'm drifting away completely. I'm just finding myself more comfortable with this other person. And that happens. That's life. That's why we have things called social networks. Remember, it's called social networks, not social network. It's not, one person is friends with everybody, but friends are on different groups. They have different interests, different reactions, different things like that. So I wouldn't think about it too much. And, I'm glad that you're being chill. And hopefully, when you all go to a different high school, or when y'all kind of branch off into different parts of life, I'm sure y'all will still keep in touch. And then, just reminisce about the old times. That's what I do. If I message my old friends, I'm like, yo, remember when we did this? Good times. And then, you branch off from there. And even if you can't make new memories with the person, you'll still have time to treasure the old, is my personal opinion. Hopefully, you had a good time and enjoyed the time you had before y'all go to different schools. It should be fun. Make memories, not something that rhymes with memories, but is not a memory. Yes. Now we're going to check out two songs as we continue on, starting with Bad by Infinite, followed with Shake It by Sistar. We just heard the songs Bad by Infinite, followed by Shake It by Sistar. And now we got to go to our next message, which comes from Moki from the USA, saying, "Hey yo, Benji. So, of course, you mentioned about Christmas songs on MA, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the holidays. So, basically, the day after Thanksgiving here in the US, the Christmas celebrations have already begun. The streets are lit up with holiday lights, and trees are on sale at every supermarket now and everything. I just wanted to ask you, what's your fondest memory of the holiday season? And hopefully you have a spectacular holiday celebration this year and keep on smiling. Love you bunches." Let's see. When it comes to holiday memories for me, I've mentioned the whole cookie and, that thing a lot. So I'm not going to talk about that. I'm sure you guys already know enough about that. One thing that I do remember, though, is definitely just getting a Christmas tree. Nowadays a lot of people have the fake the plastic trees, or the kind of the trees that, the tree that never dies, so to speak. When I was growing up, we had the opportunity to buy, real Christmas trees. So we'd go out, go shopping, go pick a tree out. And I remember there were a lot of different trees all over the place. You'd have trees that would, have a lot of dense, fir, or not fir rather, but like, because these are pine trees, of course. So I can't say leaves. Is leaves correct term? A lot of needles? I don't know how to put it. But anyways, they had a lot of, needles on the bottom, tree leaf needles. But then they'd have not that many on the top. Or you'd have some that were very top heavy, but not so much bottom heavy, and you get a lot of different mixes. And so, I remember you'd walk around for a few minutes just thinking about, what was there, what was cool, what was not. And I think you'd always find the perfect tree, though. I remember that. You'd always find a tree that was just right under the circumstances, no matter what. And then if you couldn't find one, it would just be very, very... I don't know. I've never had an opportunity where I didn't find one. So you'd pick it out, right? Then the guy would carve it up, make it all cool, make it all nice. And then what they do is they cut off the bottom part of the tree. So they go, and then they cut it. And then you get this kind of tree stump like bit. And what we did was we'd take that home and we'd all sign it as a family. And that would become our kind of tradition. It's our family tradition. We still have those, I think, from a long way back. We just kind of haven't been able to do that because I haven't been back in the States for a while. But definitely you had those kind of moments. And I think that was one of the best memories that I have of the holiday season. Just having that tree, planting it up, putting on all the decorations, and having the smell of all that tree goodness in the air. It just smells really, really awesome. And of course, when it is time to clear the tree, you're going to have a lot of needles falling down. And so what I did was I took the vacuum out, I vacuumed all those needles, and of course I got a little bit of allowance. Good times, good holiday traditions. And if you guys have any holiday traditions that you want to share for us, go ahead and post those on our message board as well. I think it'll be great to read about your house's traditions as well as mine. Alright, so we're going to continue on with two more songs, and we're going to start with the song Love Me Right by EXO, followed with Oh Ah Yeah by Mamamoo. We just heard the songs Love Me Right by EXO, followed by Oh Ah Yeah by Mamamoo. These are songs, I think, that came out in summer of this year, if I'm not mistaken, summer. And I remember when Oh Ah Yeah came out, and I was watching the music video for it, side note, and it was just like, wow, it's crazy. I mean, I remember when Mamamoo debuted, and this is like last year, and they were like the super rookies of the scene. They were singing really well, they were really, really cute. And then, they came out on a show, and I think Hyun was like super, she did this thing. It was like super funny, and now they're just like, this song came out, I was like, yeah, they're good. Now we just gotta get there too. Woo! Life goals. # moving on. Alright, so our next message is from Claudia Daniela from Mexico, saying, hello, my name is Claudia, and I'm your fan. Love you so much. You're so funny. I'm from Mexico. That's a good order of words. Love you so much. You're so funny, and I'm from Mexico. So, one thing that I was thinking about, though, as I read this message was, what makes someone funny? A lot of the stuff that I say isn't really super, super planned out. The things that I'm always sharing with you guys is based more on my feelings, my attitudes at the time. And then to have someone, come over and be like, yo, so you're funny, is always to me a little bit interesting because, I've never really planned or tried to be funny, just stuff that naturally oozes out. That's going to sound like I'm bragging so much. Not so much I'm bragging, but I'm always curious. So, actually, if you guys know what is funny, what is humor, and if you have any ideas on how to make me more humorous or more enjoyable for you guys, put that up on our message board as well. Got a lot of requests for you guys. I do understand that. But the more you send, the more I can improve. Of course, you know that I'm doing this for you guys, right? Yeah, no. All right. # more songs. We're going to check out two songs as we move along. Lost Stars by Adam Levine, followed by Only Exception by Paramore. We just heard Lost Stars by Adam Levine, followed by The Only Exception by Paramore. And it is time to wrap up our show for today. I had a lot of requests for you guys, right? But if you put those up on our message board, I'll make sure to try and read every single one as I get to them. The last song we're going to check out for today is Slow Motion by Trey Songz. This was Benji of B.I.G. And as always, I'll be back.